Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Do you want a man for president who's seasoned through and through, but not so doggone seasoned that he won't try something new? A man who's old enough to know
And young enough to do.
well, it's up to you, it's up to you. It's strictly up to you.
But it's Kennedy, 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 Kennedy for me.
Kennedy.
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 Do you want a man with spirit who is not afraid to fight?
A man whose record shows that he will fight for what is right.
A loyal man who'll bring the job a fresh new point of view? Well, it's up to you, it's up to you. It's strictly up to you.
'Cause it's Kennedy, 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 Kennedy for me.
Kennedy.
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 And do you deny to any man the right he's guaranteed to be elected president no matter what his creed?
It's promised in the Bill of Rights to which we must be true.
So it's up to you, it's up to you. It's strictly up to you.
And it's Kennedy, 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 Kennedy for me.
Kennedy.
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 Do you like a man who answers straight, a man who's always fair?
We'll measure him against the others, and when you compare, you'll cast your vote for Kennedy and a change that's overdue. So it's up to you, it's up to you, it's strictly up to you.
Yes, it's Kennedy, 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 Kennedy for me.
Kennedy, 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 Kennedy,
Welcome, welcome, welcome from my humble second bedroom here in the Saucon Valley, part of the Lehigh Valley in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, part of these United States, North American continent, Western Hemisphere of this planet Earth, the only one we have. Third rock from the sun in the Terran solar system, part of the Milky Way galaxy. This is the Kennedy Effect, live with you for the 7th of December, 2025. The 7th of December, 2025. We are midway, well, we're a third of the way through, really, aren't we? Roughly? About a third? About 30% of the way through December. And I almost said December 7th, 1941, because we should never forget that this is Pearl Harbor Day. December 7th, 1941 was the attack on Pearl Harbor, even though the overwhelming majority of folks who were alive during it aren't anymore. And certainly, I believe the number of veterans from then is a handful at this point. That doesn't mean that we should forget the blatant, open declaration of war declared on the United States that day, and those who lost their lives. And I have never been to I shouldn't say I haven't been off the continent, because I was to Europe once, but I haven't been off the continent in that direction. I've never been to Hawaii. I've never been any further west than Mexico. So I've never been there. I've never seen it. I'm sure some of you probably have. But I wish I had terribly, terribly eloquent words to share with you about December 7th. Sadly, I don't, as I obviously was born way after it. But it's a date that we shouldn't forget, in the same way that we should, July 4th, 1776, September 11th, 2001, January 6th, 2021. We should never forget December 7th, 1941, and I think opening up the program by recognizing it and remembering it is, at a minimum, appropriate. So welcome to all of you. Thank you for being here. This is the Kennedy Effect, live with you for December 7th, 2025. You are watching us live right now on Our home, well, we're a lot of different places. I actually got a chance to share the program to everywhere I wanted to share it to tonight without getting stopped. So that was really different, quite different. I'm so used to being blocked and stopped and fits and starts, and none of that happened tonight, which was actually really quite nice. So the program is currently live on the following Facebook pages: Ghost Claw Productions, Our Revolution Pennsylvania, and the TCP Media Group. We are live at the home group Facebook page for all things that surround our program, The Kennedy Effect on Facebook. It couldn't be any easier to find us on social media. The name of the program is exactly where you can find us. On Facebook, it's The Kennedy Effect on Facebook. We've shared the program to 100 plus places across the Facebook universe, and to every single group that allows us to do so, thank you very, very much. We could not do it without you. We are live on our home group Facebook page. If you are not a member of our home group Facebook page, I will certainly invite you to become one, to follow us on Facebook, The Kennedy Effect on Facebook. We are live right now, not just on one, but on 2 YouTube channels, because one's not enough to contain us. We are on the YouTube channel of Ghost Claw Productions Radio and The Kennedy Effect on YouTube. Like I said, it couldn't be any easier to find us. The Kennedy Effect on Facebook, The Kennedy Effect on YouTube. Super, super, super simple. Really, really easy to find us. And of course, the audio of the program blasts around the globe via 2 global internet radio giants. One, of course, being one of the very, very first, and that is, of course, hot101.net. Our name is our web address. I'm trying to look up the copy that I have to read for our sponsor. I'm trying to do too many things at once is really what the problem is. I'm trying to do too many things at once. Hot101.net, our name is our web address. You can listen to us at our website at hot101.net, but you don't have to if you don't want to. You can also use our apps, Apple App Store for Apple devices, Google Play Store for Android, and the TuneIn radio app. Go up to the search bar, type in hot101.net, and you will be listening. Great thing about the apps, I'm telling you. I know I say it every single time that I am on the air, but it's the truth. Great thing about the apps is you do not have to subscribe or pay. You download them for free. It opens and you listen. It's that simple. It's really that easy. Hot101.net. You can also, of course, tell Alexa to play Hot101.net. GCPR, Ghost Claw Productions Radio .live, Ghost Claw Productions Radio .live is the radio station that I am humbled enough to be co-owner of, and coming to you, streaming to you right now, literally around the globe. And a very special welcome and hello to listeners and viewers from outside the continental United States. We are brought to you, of course, as always, by Smooth California, smoothca.online. Natural skincare. Natural, actually natural, for real natural. Not just using the word natural, but actual natural skincare. You can create a healthy skin lifestyle with Smooth California, a family-owned skincare formula whose main purpose is to promote a healthy skincare lifestyle. Smooth California is a healthy alternative to commercial products filled with chemicals and man-made additives that not only do damage to your skin, but to your body as well. Smooth California products are tallow-based and made with 100% natural ingredients, zero preservatives or additives. We at Smooth California strive to make your skin healthy and smooth. Of course, smoothca.online. Smooth, SMOOTHCA.online, and tell him the Kennedy Effect sent you. A hello to Donna, Randall, Annabelle Annabelle on YouTube. Whoa, YouTube listeners doing chat. Nice, love it. Welcome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Annabelle, I recognize her screen name from the Sound of Coffee. Whenever any of the coffee beans come over here to the Kennedy Effect, it is a special night. I want to wish George a very, very happy birthday. He is not here tonight. He is doing what he is always doing, which is taking care of family. And I'm just now realizing my voice is starting to go. So everybody in the house is sick. There's only 3 of us, right? There's me, Kristen, and the dog. So we spent last Thanksgiving at her parents'. The kids were sick. We got it. Kids are germ incubators. They just sort of are. And we didn't care. We knew, as soon as they started coughing, we kind of thought to ourselves, we're going to get this, so, oh well, we're going to get it. And she got it. She's got it bad. I think she's coming out the other side. Now, I have been drinking and pretty much freebasing. I probably shouldn't use that term so flippantly. That's probably not a very good thing to do. Airborne. If you're familiar with Airborne, the tablets that you drop in water, they're immune boosting, all sort of vitamins and minerals and so on. And I had been drinking that stuff like it's going out of style. Actually, it's going to go out of style pretty soon because I think I'm going to run out. So I don't have it as bad, but I realize as I am speaking to you, I am losing my voice. So we're going to take you to 7. We're going to try to get you to 7 o'clock. Because I'm already losing my voice, and I didn't realize that I was going to be losing it so fast. I can hear it. I can hear the scratchiness in it, and I can hear the weakness behind it. So we'll take you to 7 o'clock at a minimum, like we usually do here on Sundays now, after our long health break that we had to take during the summer. It's not going to be a 3-hour program, gang. It just isn't. I can tell you that right now. One thing I do not get paid for is to endorse a lot of products that I use. If you do not use Airborne, you should. It really does boost your immune system, and it really does help. It doesn't mean that you're not ever going to get sick. You're going to get sick. But it won't be as severe. And it won't be as debilitating, I think, if you do get sick by using the Airborne. Just my humble opinion. So let's get to the program, shall we? Annabelle says she's celebrating 9 months of membership. 9 months of membership. We made a baby. 9 months. Very clever. I love it. That's great. Anyway, Annabelle, always tell the other coffee beans that they are welcome here as well. I know that our show is very, very different from the Sound of Coffee. I happen to think that that's a strength of GCPR, is that we have so many different voices and different programming, different tones, different sounds of voices, different subjects, different topics. Very, very diverse. It is a strength, but you always tell. But Annabelle, I'm counting on you, since I know that you're here. I'm counting on you to be the one to tell the rest of the coffee beans to come on over to the Kennedy Effect and be part of our program as well. I had 3 big topics that I wanted to get to tonight. Oh, the phone line is open, 267-227-9189, 267-227-9189, 267-227-9189. You can give us a call. Tell us what's on your mind. Tell us what you're thinking about. The comments section, of course, is open as well. The chat is open both on YouTube and on Facebook. I am playing with the screen here a little bit, trying to center myself on your screen. Plenty of ways for you to talk to us tonight. Annabelle is here to add her colorful commentary. Absolutely. And we're very happy for it. Let's be plain. We're very, very happy for it. Very blessed. Very blessed indeed. I had 3 big topics that I wanted to get to tonight. And again, please know that the chat is open both on Facebook and YouTube. I can see it right here on my screen. If you have comments, questions, anything that you want to do to contribute to be part of the conversation, please do so. You know that I will read them. I might clean up your grammar. I have a tendency to do that, which is probably a little elitist of me, but I do tend to do that. But I will read your comments and questions. I do better with questions. It's odd being the host of the program and yet being someone who tends to speak better when I am being asked questions. Usually the host is the one asking the questions, not being asked them. But your questions do help drive the program, and I hope that you will continue to do so. And again, of course, the phone number is open, 267-227-9189, 267-227-9189, 267-227-9189. Phone line is open. Why do I feel I have done it again and given you the wrong number? No, I didn't give you the wrong number. I don't know why I doubt myself sometimes that I don't have this number memorized by now. You would think, my goodness, you would think I would have it all memorized by now. 267-227-9189, 267-227-9189. 3 big topics on the board for tonight, and that is the illegal airstrikes seem to be continuing as this regime, this American regime, seems to be pushing us closer and closer and closer to all-out war with Venezuela. Now, why would we go to war with Venezuela? It's very, very simple. It's really very, very simple. They have about 17% of the entire global oil reserves. This would be yet another oil war, just like the first Gulf War and the second, and the wars in Afghanistan. We fought in Afghanistan because the Taliban wouldn't allow the completion of an oil pipeline across Afghanistan. We fought in Iraq because we wanted their oil. American oil companies wanted their oil, and they got it. Well, Venezuela has about 17% of the world's oil reserves. It is an extremely dirty, carbon-laden, thick, heavy crude. And it just so happens that along the U.S. southern coast, New Orleans especially, the Koch brothers happen to own a series of refineries that can refine only that type of oil. And it's why they get why they wanted the Keystone XL pipeline completed, so that the heavy tar sands oil from Canada could be taken to these plants to be refined, and then of course shipped overseas. Now, Annabelle's telling me it's not only about oil but about blue coal. That very well could be correct. I happen to think it is predominantly about oil, which is not for me to disagree with you necessarily, but I happen to think it's more immediately about oil, as we continue to fight wars over oil rather than move to about 70 million miles away from this planet. No, is it 70? Or is it 40 million? I'm forgetting now. There's an enormous fusion generator that puts out enough energy to power the entire planet for a day. No, for a year. Every hour. The sun emits enough energy to power this entire planet for a year, every hour. So, we could just move to solar. and wind. But instead, here we find ourselves on the edge of war for the sake of more heavy carboned, dirty oil. Because American oil companies, I guess, just aren't rich enough. They need to be even richer. They need to extract even more from under the ground and charge you inexplicable prices for it. I actually tend to think that the American oil industry, very much like Iraq, is wondering how American oil got under Venezuela. Now think about the sarcasm with which I'm saying that. These companies think that that's their oil. They think it's their oil. That it's not Venezuelan oil, but theirs. I've told you on this program 1 billion times, no pun intended, that billionaires tend to think that what's theirs is theirs, and what's yours is theirs. Except that that's not how it works. What's yours is yours. But these illegal airstrikes seem to be continuing. And let's go to the Associated Press, shall we? Let me turn that off. Hegseth defends strikes on alleged cartel boats, says Trump can order use of force, quote, as he sees fit. This is an article written by David Klepper. Sorry. Apologies to the author. By David Klepper from yesterday. Dateline, Washington. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth defended strikes on alleged cartel boats during remarks Saturday at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library, saying President Trump has the power to take military action as he sees fit to defend the nation. Hegseth dismissed Haig. I should be doing that. Hagsmith. There's a pun that seems to be growing in popularity that because these strikes are war crimes, that Hegseth will eventually end up at The Hague under trial, therefore giving him the nickname Hagseth. And I actually think it's a bit clever, and I probably should. Annabelle, actually we do have the equipment to refine dark crude down along the Gulf Coast, including in New Orleans, I believe in Houston, and I believe that there was I believe there's one in Alabama too, although I'm in Mobile if I'm not mistaken, but I could very well have that incorrect. But I know New Orleans for sure can do it. That's why, like I said previously, that's why the oil industry wanted the Keystone XL pipeline completed, because they wanted to take the tar sands oil from Canada, put it down through the pipeline to New Orleans, where it could be refined and shipped overseas. It's mostly to Japan and China, and some to Germany. Hegseth dismissed criticism of the strikes, which have killed more than 80 people and now face intense scrutiny over concerns that they violated international law. They violated international law. There's no concerns about whether they did or did not. They violated international law. It is against international law to kill defenseless. It's right in the military code of justice. Actually, I'm forgetting the exact clause. The example that's used in the military code of justice to describe illegal killings are stranded sailors. So what did we do with the quadruple strike that was done on the boat in on September 6th. They hit it 4 times. They hit it 4 times. Says something about our military, by the way, that it took 4 times to get everyone. Maybe that says a little bit something. But anyway. Oh, I'm sniffling. Oh, Jeff's getting this cold, man. I'm getting sick. This sucks. Oh, this sucks. I'm getting sick and I'm losing my voice. Anyway, it means I'll subject you to a short show. I won't torture you. I won't torture you with a long show because I won't be physically able to do it. But yeah, I really am losing it. Wowee. Quick hydration break there. Saying the airstrikes are justified to protect Americans, Hegseth likened the fight to the war on terror following September 11th. The most recent strike brings the death toll to the campaign to at least 87 people. Lawmakers have sought more answers about the attacks and their legal justification on whether the U.S. forces were ordered to launch a follow-up strike following a September attack, even after the Pentagon knew of survivors. This is who we are now. And this is being done in your name, by the way. This is being done in your name. Every plane, every jet fighter that takes off from an aircraft carrier or is launched from a base, every missile that's used has emblazoned on the side of it United States of America or USA. This is being done in your name. You may not approve of it. Maybe you do approve of it. But it's being done in your name. Simply standing against it is not enough to stop it, unfortunately. And it is being done in your name. Now, Annabelle mentioned in the chat, can she talk to me instead of writing everything she has to write? Of course you can. That's a big difference between this and Sound of Coffee, which is no shot at anybody and certainly doesn't make me any better than anybody else, but you can call and be on the program live. 267-227-9189, 267-227-9189, 267-227-9189. I can't believe I'm losing my voice. I also forgot to mention, by the way, I hope that all of you had a fantastic, really, truly wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving holiday weekend. I know Kristen and I did. It went very, other than the coughing kids, it happens. Look, we're fine. We're gonna live. You know, we didn't get the Black Plague or anything. We're fine. It's just a cold. It's annoying, but it's, you know, we're not gonna lose any sleep over it. It was worth, the weekend was well worth it to pick up a little cough. Happens. Couldn't care less. It's fine. Do I wish I didn't get it? Yeah, but I mean, I'm not, you know, it's not going to kill me. So, but yes, you can call the program 267-227-9189, 267-227-9189, 267-227-9189. 6:30. We're halfway through our hour here on the Kennedy Effect, live with you for December 7th, 2025. We are live right now on the Facebook pages of Our Revolution Pennsylvania, the TCP Media Group, Ghost Claw Productions, and 100 Plus. Says Google provider is unavailable. I changed. Let me check that out, Annabelle, because I am open for. Nope, the do not disturb is off. I'm open. We are live and open for. We're open for phone calls. I'm not sure what's going wrong. I will recycle this Make sure I am receiving calls. Let me test and make sure. Yep, we're wide open. We're wide open. I'm not sure what's going wrong, Annabelle. Please feel free to keep trying. You are welcome here. You are absolutely welcome here. I do have Google Voice does have a do not disturb on it, which I put on during the week because I get literally scores of spam calls on that, trying to sell me things and take surveys and things like that. So I do turn it off during the week, but it is on right now. And let me make sure. I told you before that I thought I had done this wrong, even though I didn't. It is 267 blah blah blah. Let me try that again. Really great when I'm stumbling over my own phone number. 267-227-9189. 267-227-9189. The guy who's going to tell me if the phone line is working or not is Randall, because he's going to try it, and then that'll be the one that lets me know if it's running. Among the other things that I wanted to talk about tonight were the where is my header? Where is my header? Where is my program header? I missed my program header. There we go. Is ICE actually detaining criminals? Research from a few of the major media outlets, among them the Associated Press, The Guardian, and others, that under 50%, and saying not available, leave a message on my phone. I don't know. I'm not sure what the problem is. Randall, I need you to try the phone, sir. You're the expert. You do it every week. I'm not sure why I would not be receiving any calls. It's a mystery. I apologize, of course, Annabelle, for whatever my small apology is worth. I do. But we'll see if I can get somebody else to ring in here and see if the phone number is working. I'm not sure why it's not working. I hope you'll forgive me while we try to suss this out immediately, while I'm actually doing the program. It's going to be hard to do. Unlock phone plan. Yeah, they want to start charging me. Maybe that's the problem. I think they want to start charging me. That might be the problem. Although they've been asking me for $10 a month, really. Yeah, I don't think so. We won't be doing that. Although I may not have a choice. I certainly don't want to spend $10 a month. I don't know. I apologize, but I can't tell what's going wrong. I'm not sure what's going wrong. It's research by, yeah, Annabelle's 100% right. If this is the worst thing that's happening, we're doing pretty good. She is completely correct. It's annoying. It's annoying, and it makes me look like a bit of a fool here as I continue to try to, encourage you all to call the program and be part of the program, be interactive with the program. Then somebody's kind enough to try to take time out of their night to do that, and then I can't seem to be able to take the call for whatever reason. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure what the problem is. Anyway, now somebody's ringing in. That should be Randall. Yeah, it is. Come on. I don't know how many times I have to click on that thing to answer it, Randall, but so it is working because you're called. You called, well, so it is working.
I'm just calling to check the.
You're calling to yell at me. Stop it! Come on.
No, hey, I'm sorry. Christine under the weather from Thanksgiving.
Oh, Hey, we're all right. Like I said, it's annoying. I wish we weren't, but we're not. We're not dying. We're okay. It's just annoying. That's all. How are you feeling, sir? I think is maybe a better question. How are you feeling?
Tired.
I know it, right?
Yeah.
Constantly tired.
Yep, constantly tired.
Yep, no matter how much you sleep, you're still tired. I feel the same way. I don't know why, but I feel the same way. No matter how much I sleep, I am just constantly tired. I never seem to get enough rest. Anyway, what did you want to talk about? Was there anything you wanted to comment on?
Yeah. You remember when Trump told the oil and gas industry, give me $1 billion for re-election and I'll do away with all regulations?
Yeah, that paraphrases it, essentially. Yeah, he said, give me $1 billion, I'll give you whatever you want.
Yeah.
And of course, I mean, some of that was, cutbacks on regulatory effectiveness and war on the green environment. But yeah, it looks like he's going to give them what they want because Venezuela has 17% of the planet's oil reserves, and they want them. There's trillions of dollars in oil underneath Venezuela, and American oil companies want it, and they want to charge you those trillions plus more trillions to buy it. Don't think, by the way, that this would ever drive down prices. It won't. Prices will only ever go up. But they want those trillions and the estimate is not just a trillion, but multiple trillions of dollars of oil is underneath Venezuela. Trillions of dollars in profit to the big oil companies. And remember, for the really big oil companies, there's only about 6 or 8 of them left on the planet. So you're talking about 6 or 8 companies raking in trillions of dollars. So go ahead.
Yeah, I just I can't remember the author, the sci-fi writer, satirical sci-fi writer from the 50s. But one of his short stories was there was only 5 corporations left on the planet. There was entertainment, there was power and water, food, energy, and yeah.
Would that have been Heinlein, Robert Heinlein?
No.
No.
But in any case, hold on a second. In any case, I'll never forget that when I read that in my late teens, back in the 60s.
I mean, we're headed toward that, aren't we? And there's only
that's exactly my point.
There's only 3 the 3 big cell phone companies have, I think, 80+% of the market. There's only about 6 media and entertainment companies left. There's only a handful of airlines. Big oil is about 6 companies. Food is down.
Cereal and grains, 3 companies.
Yeah. Meats, I think. Meats is.
I think pork is 5, and beef, I think, is 3.
Oh gosh, I thought it was even less than that. So you know more than I do. I thought meats was basically down to about 3 companies as well. There's like one or 2 big chicken, 1 big beef, and 1 big pork, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. Oh, Annabelle, lots of comments I missed. Sorry. Go ahead, Randall. But yeah, it is. We are headed toward that. That's for sure. It does seem that way, doesn't it?
Yep.
And the amazing thing is that these companies think still think that they just don't have enough money. I posted yesterday from Robert Reich, and Bernie Sanders has also posted the same thing, and I happen to think they're wrong, by the way. I happen to think they're wrong. I don't think they have significantly enough defined the problem, to be honest with you. That the three richest people in the United States have as much money as the bottom 50%. I don't think that's right. I actually think it happens to be about the bottom 60 to 2/3 as a percentage of the country. And the richest 400 people on the planet, they're all the billionaires. There's about 2,900 billionaires on the planet, which is a number that has gone up shockingly and rapidly just since we started this program.
Since COVID.
That they have as much wealth as the bottom 2/3 of the planet.
Yep.
Just imagine if that was, if instead of money, we were talking about food. Imagine 3 people having as much food stored up, held, whatever, in the granaries, in the temple granaries, so to speak. Imagine if they had as much food, as 3 people had as much food as the bottom 2/3 of the country. It would be a second French Revolution, off with their heads. Well, I'm not condoning such a thing. I don't condone political violence in any way, shape, or form. But there'd be one hell of a revolution.
You're a history major from college, as I was, and the mini ice age.
Yeah.
Created the famine in France, and there was no grain because the season was too short because of the mini ice age, and the French were so stupid they would not adopt what saved Germany and what saved Ireland, and that was the potato that came from America, and tubers. They would not eat tubers, and that's what caused the French Revolution. That whole thing of let them eat cake. Yeah, I'm rich. I've got grain. I can make cake.
Cake and pastries, and yeah. But, absolutely.
That's one of the tidbits of history. Climate can cause major shifts of political power. And
I think
these people, these multi-billionaires, they don't have a fog, man. They could have the biggest private army in the world, but if everybody's starving and there's no water, drinkable water, they're going to storm. They got the old thing from the Korean War. You can have a machine gun with unlimited belt on it, and the Chinese coming over, they're going to take you because there's too many in line. But yeah, that's where we are. Anyway, I'm going to let you go. The other thing I wanted to say was people are standing up against ICE in creative ways.
Yes.
Like it's hilarious what buying the ICE,
non-violent, really funny, entertaining ways. Yes.
Yeah, like going to Home Depot and buying ice scrapers and then turning around and shutting the whole place down
by returning
because
them.
They're in the return line.
Yep.
There's so many things going on that
the inflatable,
are very, very creative.
I think the inflatable costumes and the dance parties that are happening are especially effective.
I like the women's choir that was in front of Home Depot singing the Spanish Christmas song, and they were, we don't want no Christian here. Yeah. Really creative things.
Absolutely.
Across the country.
Well, what I was going to mention is that several news outlets have done research on just the type of people who are being detained, who are
Yep.
being abducted off the streets. They're being erased. And less than 50% of them have criminal records.
Yep.
And as high now, I've seen reporting all over the place, to be honest with you. Really, honestly, it's been all over the place. I've seen it as low as 7 to 8% and as high as a quarter are American citizens
Yep.
that are being abducted and disappeared off the streets as part of these ICE roundups. Not criminals, not quote-unquote illegals, not undocumented. American citizens. And if they can do it to them, they can do it to us. And don't think they won't.
No, it's exactly the gameplay that Hitler and the Nazi Party did in Germany. They started out. Hold on. Excuse me.
No,
They
go ahead.
They started out with those people in society that were polio victims, that were intellectually disabilities, etc., etc. And we're taking them to a health camp. They told their German citizens, and
Yeah.
that was the beginning. The second, of course, was the political prisoners, and it went from there. Gypsies all the way up to Jews, and we know what happened. So, yes, absolutely. This is the start. And if we let it happen, it is the start towards that scenario in our country. And we joked over a year ago, starting when we were talking about Project 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope we all end up in the same camp.
But at
together.
least, yeah, if at least we could end up in the same camp. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the thing is too, that I think we have to remember, the media, and I think everyday Americans have put a lot of weight into the 2026 midterm elections, and God knows they are vitally important. I don't know that there's been a more important midterm election in the history of the country. And I know we say that every election cycle, that this is more important than ever. I get that. I know we say it every cycle. I don't know if there's a more important midterm election. Something's beeping in my ear. Oh, there's another call coming in. Hang on one. To the caller who's trying to get in, I can only take one at a time. That's the way the system works. But I will free the line up here in just a second.
I'll let you go.
Thank you, Randall. It's kind of you. You
No
take care of
problem.
yourself, young man. You take care of yourself.
Yeah, the young man.
Yeah.
73 and a half.
Take care of yourself, sir.
All right. Love you, bro.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Bye.
So, but we're putting as a society, we're putting a lot of weight in this midterm election, and it is it can't be the only thing that we're depending on. It can't be, as important as it is, it can't be the only thing that we're depending on. Annabelle, welcome. I think that's you, yes?
Yes, that's me.
Hey,
Hi.
welcome. How are you? You made it through.
Oh my God.
How about that? Now you got...
I've lived so much in the new age. I forgot how call-ins work. Oh my God.
Well, hey, we are only human, my dear. We're only human.
Oh, really? Oh, dear.
That's
God.
the last
Slow
I
me
heard.
down.
Last I checked, we're only human. Don't worry about it.
Until they
But
learn
now-
how to be putting sex in the lab.
Now you got something to tell Thomas tomorrow morning that you called in.
Yeah.
I know it, right?
I love it.
I've been trying to tell him to
Anyway.
I've been trying to get him to do phone calls in the morning. He doesn't want to do them quite yet.
Because his is a different brand.
That's true.
He,
I'm
you
a hell
know,
of a
he
lot
is
more
the-
boring than he is.
No, you're not boring. You're just a different brand. Nothing wrong. It's just you do it different. So,
That is very true. Well, welcome to the program. Thank you for being here, and thank you for taking time out of your Sunday to share your opinions and comments. What did you want to talk about?
Oh, I am very opinionated.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
can get a load of this.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so my favorite person, Mango Mussolini.
Mm.
I'm gonna. Oh, you don't allow cursing, do you?
Try not to.
Okay, we'll put the brakes on it then. Not a problem. It feels good to curse. I'm a cursor. I can't help it. I'm too old to care anymore. Anyway, tomorrow on the docket, it's either going to be on Monday or Tuesday. They're going to see if the president can take away birthright citizenship, which means he's allowed to tear apart the Constitution, inject whatever he wants. Now,
Right.
on
The
surface,
the fact that they even took this case is disturbing.
it should chill everybody
Because
to the bone.
because birthright citizenship is specifically outlined and written in the
Just the
Constitution.
beginning of time.
There's no wiggle room here. It
No.
is written in the Constitution. And
So if he wins tomorrow or Tuesday, that means that think about it,
it means that the rest of the Constitution is essentially meaningless.
null and void.
Yep.
Okay, let's go.
From
with these
jury
red-headed
trials to
proofs.
free speech to true, and let's remember the 25th,
That means-
two terms. Yeah, two-term
Two
presidencies.
terms gone,
Yeah,
all that gone.
It's
we have
all
a
gone.
king.
yep,
Yeah,
it's
we
all
have a
gone.
king, we have a monarchy.
Right.
All right.
I'm with you.
This is the part that the Red Hat crew is missing. If he can tear apart any right that he wants to, then the Second Amendment is null and void.
You know, whenever I have arguments or discussions, I wish they were more discussion than they were arguments with Second Amendment fetishists.
Mm-hmm.
I will ask them, why is the Second Amendment more important to you than all of the other amendments? And why is the Second Amendment the amendment that can deny you all of the other amendments? And they will usually look at me with a very puzzled look. And they'll try to tell me...
You have freedom of speech if you're dead.
Correct. You beat me to it. You can't exercise freedom of speech if you're dead.
Right. And what about my right to stay alive? You know, you're overstepping my right to not be around that.
Right, but here's the other part, though.
Uh-huh.
I know that you're newer to the program. And folks like Randall and Donna have heard me say this a million times. They'll be able to fall asleep now for this part.
Okay.
I happen to believe very, very strongly that there's only 3 types of people left in this country. In the
Okay.
opinion of the billionaire class, there's only of the morbidly rich, because their wealth is killing the rest of us. Morbidly
Yeah.
rich.
Yeah.
There's only in their eyes, not regular folk like you and I.
No.
In their eyes, there's only 3 types of people left. 1, people who can generate wealth through work, labor.
Mm-hmm.
2,
Agree.
people who can generate wealth through consumerism.
Which means you already have to have money to consume.
Buy things.
Yeah.
And 3, if you are not number 1 or 2, die and get out of the way. The Second Amendment...
Like what he told his own nephew to do his son.
The Second Amendment has become fetishized because it is profit generating. So when normal folks like you and I can say, why is the Second Amendment there to deny us all the rest of the rights? The Second Amendment fetishists it's profitable. That's why it's more important, because it's profitable. Free speech is not necessarily profitable. A trial by jury of your peers is not profitable. Two-term presidencies are not profitable to the billionaire class.
Dying in their classrooms, very profitable.
Well, I missed that. Say that again. I'm sorry.
6-year-olds dying in their classroom. Sandy Hook. Those are more profitable.
It is profitable, right? It's certainly not profitable if you're one of the parents, but if you're selling guns and ammunition,
very profitable.
Why is the solution to that? Why is one of the most prolific quote unquote solutions to school violence to put more armed teachers? Because you can sell more guns that way.
Yeah.
Not to take the guns out, but to put more in.
But to put them in.
Because that's profitable.
Well, that's good. That's one fold. The second fold is that Hollywood has glorified the gunfight. The good guys at the end of the movie always win, which is not necessarily the truth. Good guys end up underground, and the bad guys most of the time are free to live out their life. That's not the way it happens. But because Hollywood has put it, this is masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
This is how a boy becomes a man. This is the man culture now, the masculine culture. Gun culture is a way for young boys to prove themselves. Because girls know the exact day, time, and moment they become a woman. But a boy has no idea, when do I become a man?
Mm.
And if he doesn't have a good man in his life to guide him, he will follow any man in his life to guide him. And what do they show? They show the man with the most... Come on, name all the gun movies that are out there. And how many are female-led? You could name... I'm sorry, I'm going on with a rant. I apologize with that, but...
That's why we have a phone line.
We need to change the culture, our mindset. Hollywood needs to stop backing this. Men need to buckle down and guide these boys in how to be men, and they don't need a gun to have a permanent solution to temporary problems. So,
but would you agree with me that the basis of all of these things,
mm-hmm.
all of them, at the end of the day, comes down to money?
Yeah.
It's profit over people. It's profit over common sense. It's profit over government. It's profit. It's making government profitable instead of functional. It's Citizens United.
Mm-hmm.
It's legalized bribery. It's the idea that you, Mr. and Mrs. America, are just temporarily inconvenienced billionaires. You'll get there. Just work hard. You'll get there. When there's no shot whatsoever. When this country has now become the least economically mobile of any of the so-called first world countries on earth. We are the least economically mobile. You have more of a chance, if you are born middle class in this country, you have more of a chance to die poor than you do to move up. If you're born poor, you will, in all likelihood, die poor. If you are born lower middle class, you have a better chance of dying poor than you do of dying lower middle class. If you are middle class, you have a better chance of dying poor. Skipping over, by the way, the lower middle class, you have a better chance of dying poor than you do of moving up. At the same token, if you're in the highest classes, your chances of dying in that same class are excellent. They're just excellent.
Mm-hmm.
It's also why you live longer, because you can afford, because you can afford
food, shelter, the best medicine.
You can afford medical, right? You can afford to see a doctor.
Right.
So.
But you see, there's something, where a profit company, listen to me. What do you flip?
Yeah, right, yeah.
A profit motivating company. I did it again. Moving on. But there's one thing that you seem to overlook.
That I overlook, or people generally?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. We don't have to buy anything. We can get these companies by the balls. Squeeze the snot out of Bezos' nose by pinching that penny and not buying stuff. I would only
disagree with you slightly. We do need to consume and we do need to purchase. But we can make a choice. We don't vote just twice a year. There's two election cycles every single year here in Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. And I don't know where you are, Annabelle, and it's none of my business.
I'm in Iowa.
Where are you? Iowa.
We got Joni Ernst.
Yeah, not for much longer, but yes.
Oh God. Oh,
I'd be worried about you. I'm getting pulled off. I'm getting pulled off on the side here, but you're right. You don't have her for much longer, but I'd be worried about who replaces her. As nuts as she is, I'd be concerned that worse is on its way. That said,
when we had that town hall, and people with a nurse told her, people are going to die with this big awful bill. She's like, oh, we're all going to die.
We're all going to die someday anyway. Yep. Except if you're wealthy, your someday comes a lot later than the rest of us. Life expectancy for those who are not in the upper classes is actually decreasing. But I completely forgot what my point was going to be. I had a point for you, and I completely forgot what it was.
You said we have to consume.
Well, we do have to consume, but we can. Here in Pennsylvania, we have 2 election cycles every single year: primaries and generals. Every year, we have 2 election cycles. But that's not the only time that we vote. Every time we make a purchase, we have, in some measure, voted. Now, when Kristen and I go out to eat, because we do go out to eat, we try to make a conscious effort. Well, we do more than try to make a conscious effort. We make a conscious effort to go to as many local family one-off places as we can get to. Sometimes a Red Robin burger just tastes good, so we go. But 90+% of the time when we eat out, it's a one-off, family-owned, single proprietorship. That's a vote. That's an economic vote. When we shop for Christmas, we try to shop local as much as humanly possible. Me too. Local craftspeople, local farmers. Those are votes. That's a vote. We made a conscious vote as to where we're going to spend our money. Most Americans, I would think at this point, are members of some type of wholesale club. There's three big ones, obviously: Costco, Sam's, and BJ's. We are members at Costco because their workforce is unionized. They pay them better. They give them health benefits. They give them vacation time. So we voted, in a manner of speaking, we voted with our wallets to go to Costco and to not go to the other two. So I would only disagree that we do have to consume, but we can make a choice where and how we do that. And
100%.
So you can deny, if you want to deny Walmart your dollar, awesome. Don't go to Walmart. But you're still going to have to consume. You still need groceries, but you don't have to go to Walmart to get them. You can go to local.
I'm growing my vegetables. I'm eating my vegetables that I grew all spring and summer.
Right.
You learn how to pack. I mean, what our parents do, what our grandparents do.
Right.
They grew their food and they stored it so that they can eat on it during the fall and the winter. And then in spring, they planted things like leeks and onions and garlic and cabbage and Brussels sprouts, things that like the cold, crisp weather of the spring. You learn what seeds like which weather the best so you can extend your growing season. Oh my God, I've planted pear trees 5 years ago. This year we finally got sweet pears. Unadulterated sweet pears is so delicious. Better than what you could get from the store. The thing is that we are more self-reliant than we imagine that we can be. We do not have to go to big box stores. We do not have to give out pennies to Bezos or anyone else. We can rely on each other. Go to your neighbors, see what they can make or produce to give us a Christmas present. You don't have to get it off of Amazon anymore.
Right.
Go to Etsy. Etsy has a lot of independent artisans.
Yes.
I'm making my own. I'm making Christmas presents right now. You know, I'm doing embroidery. I do embroidery.
Right.
You know, I'm giving my friends, people that I know, they're going to get a piece of embroidery that they don't have to pay for. And all it took was some materials, some thread, and some time. Maybe you don't like sewing. Maybe you can do something else. If you can't make your gifts, put in a jar all the dry ingredients to make chocolate chip cookies. Put a cute ribbon on it, slap the recipe on the top, give that out as your gift. And it doesn't cost you nothing but the flour and the chips you put in there.
Right.
You know.
And these are votes. These are ways that we vote with our wallets.
Yeah. Have you ever watched the cartoon? I'm sure if you have kids or grandkids, you've seen A Bug's Life.
Yep.
Okay. What is one thing that the wasps be talking to each other? There's a conversation they have at the cafe, and they're all eating wasp snacks and whatnot. It's a cute cartoon. But one of the wasps says to the underling, it's one of them against all of us. It's no big deal. But if they realize that their numbers outperform our numbers, we lose our way of living. If poor people understood how much power they have, we got these people by the neck and they will have to succumb. You want the price of something to come down, stop buying it. If you could find a substitute to make it for yourself, if you could find someone else, your neighbor that can make it, if you know a corner store that's owned by family, a single
Right.
family. You know, buy it from there. Uh, make okay, McDonald's. McDonald's. Why do we go to McDonald's so much? What is it about the Big Mac that's so tasty? It's not the burger. It's the sauce that goes on the burger.
Which is Russian dressing anyway, but yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you.
But it
a
is
tip
yummy.
right now.
It is yummy.
Yeah.
But it should
Yeah,
be
but
but it should be a treat, not a staple.
Very true.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you how you can enjoy McDonald's food and you'll never have to step in a McDonald's restaurant ever again. It's real simple. You need 3 ingredients. Okay?
Mayonnaise, ketchup, and relish.
You got the mayonnaise, you got the relish. It's not ketchup.
It's not?
It's not.
Okay. I stand corrected.
I've tried. Trial and error here. Okay, trial and error. You need Sweet Baby Ray's original barbecue sauce. It has the right amount of spices that hits on point.
Gotcha.
If you mix a tablespoon of
We
relish,
got cooking lessons tonight. We've never done it.
yeah,
Here we go.
you get politics.
Here we go. We got cooking lessons on the program tonight. You thought it was all politics. We got cooking lessons.
Yeah, hey, you know what? Anyone who says they're conservative 100% of the time is talking out their ass. Anyone who says they're liberal all the time, also talking out their ass. We are all a balance. Okay, it's a balance. So, yes,
I wish.
we're going to balance out the mind and the stomach with cooking and politics. Hey, we're PC company.
Right, exactly.
Oh, my God, this has been so much fun. I love this.
There you go. See? All we need to do is to get all the coffee beans and just try it once, and we'll have just as many people watching here as every morning.
God,
Just need to
yes.
try it.
Yes, there's only 6 people here. I've already shared it out. If you're hearing my voice, share this stream out. The
Thank you.
more people and eyeballs we can get over here, the bigger this whole thing will blow up.
Thank
I
you,
mean,
Annabelle.
in volume, not, not...
I gotcha.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eh,
I know what you mean. It's kind of you. It's kind of you to say thank you.
no problem. Holy crap. We've been on here 80 minutes. That's
I know.
a good one.
I used to do 3 hours, and then I used to do 5 hours during the week, and I just physically couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah,
So we're down. We're
I
down to.
understand you.
I'm getting older and sicker. What can I say?
Tell me about it. There's days I wake up, I do good just to take a shower.
Yeah.
Oh, God. You just
Well-
don't know how you're going to wake up. Yesterday, no, not yesterday, the day before, I was fine. I got up, moved around, I was fine. Yesterday morning, I got up and my leg was like, we're not going to cooperate. This morning, I'm still limping around, but, you just don't know how you're going to wake up anymore.
Right.
It's a surprise.
Well, thank you for being part of the program. Thank you for calling me.
Oh, no problem.
I appreciate it very
We
much.
can
I'm very
continue
glad that you did so. I hope that you continue to do so, and I hope you continue to follow the program here with us each Sunday.
Oh, no problem.
Our schedule's going to get
Huh?
our schedule's going to get a little wonky here in the next few weeks because of all the holidays and everything. But we'll
Same here.
we're here.
Oh, let's see. I got the bell on. Everything is set. So,
So you'll know when we're on.
right. So it's just a matter of How do I drop down from here? Or do you click a button on your end?
Oh, when we say goodbye, we just got to hang up. It's just a regular phone call.
Okay.
Very
Let me
easy.
Turn on my phone again. So it's been fun. Holy carp, we've been on it 25 minutes.
I know it. That's why I'm going to say goodnight for now.
Okay, good night, Ann. You take
Thank you,
care.
my dear. Thank you so much. It's very kind of you. Thank you so much.
No. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There's one last story that I wanted to get to. We'll go to 7:30 at a minimum here. Let me say welcome to Chuckles in the chat. I love that name, especially the way you spell it. It's very clever. My cousin Keith has joined the program. Anybody, if I missed anybody, I apologize. I usually say hello to literally every single individual that comes in. There's one last thing I had on the header that I wanted to get to, because I have an article here that I think really demonstrates what I put in the header. And what I put in the header is that the pardon money-making machine continues to roll on. I think there's very little doubt now, if you look at it objectively in any way, shape, or form, I think there can be very little doubt that Trump is selling these pardons. There has been reporting that he sells them for $2 million. If you got $2 million to give to him directly, you can get a pardon. And that brings me to this article from the AP. Trump slams pardoned Democratic congressman as quote-unquote disloyal for not switching parties. This is an ad. This is an ad, not an ad. My goodness. This is a article written by Bill Barrow of the Associated Press. Bill, B-A-R-R-O-W, Barrow of the Associated Press. It was updated just today. Trump is angry that Representative Henry Cuellar is running again as a Democrat rather than switch parties after the president pardoned the Texas congressman and his wife in federal bribery and conspiracy case. Now, you might think to yourself, why would a Republican president pardon a Democratic lawmaker for bribery and conspiracy? Because Trump has to normalize bribery. He can't just normalize Republican bribery. He has to normalize bribery, period. Since he's accepting so much of it. Trump blasted Cuellar for, quote, such a lack of loyalty, suggesting the Republican president might have expected the clemency to bolster the GOP's narrow House majority heading into the 2026 midterm elections. Cuellar, in a television interview Sunday after Trump's social media post, said he was a conservative Democrat willing to work with the administration, quote, to see where we can find common ground. Congressman said he had prayed for the president Congressman said he had prayed for the president and the presidency at church that morning, because if the president succeeds, the country succeeds, he said. Citing a fellow Texas politician, the late President Lyndon Johnson, Cuellar said that he was an American, Texan, and Democrat in that order. Quote, I think anybody that puts party before their country is doing a disservice to their country, he told Fox News on Sunday morning. Trump noted in his Truth Social platform that Democratic President Joe Biden's administration had brought the charges against Cuellar, which tells you something, doesn't it? And that the congressman, by running once more as a Democrat, was continuing to work with the same radical left that wanted to put him in prison. All this shows you is that these pardons are for sale. These pardons are for sale. Trump pardoned Cuellar because he thought he would change parties and help bolster his majority in Congress. It was a Democratic administration that brought charges against a corrupt Democratic House member. That's what we should be applauding. We should not be normalizing corruption. How can that be so hard? How can that be such a difficult thing to conceive of? I also think corruption is a 100% winner. A big, big, big winner for Democrats this fall in the upcoming election cycle is to run against the corruption of what used to be the Republican Party, which is now the Trump fascist party. Speaking of corruption in the courts, judge deals setback to Justice Department effort to seek new indictment against Comey. This is written by Eric Tucker of the Associated Press. A federal judge has dealt a setback to Justice Department efforts to seek new indictment against former FBI Director James Comey, temporarily barring prosecutors from using evidence they had relied on when they initially secured criminal charges. The ruling last night, from U.S. District Judge Colleen Kohler-Catelli does not preclude the department from trying again soon to indict Comey, but it does suggest prosecutors may have to do so without citing communications between Comey and a close friend, Columbia University law professor Daniel Richman. Comey was charged in September with lying to Congress when he denied having authorized an associate to serve as an anonymous source for media coverage about the FBI. In pursuing the case, prosecutors cited messages between Comey and Richman that they said showed Comey approving of Richman interacting with journalists for certain FBI-related coverage. The case was dismissed last month after a different federal judge ruled that the prosecutor who filed the charges, Lindsay Halligan, was unlawfully appointed by the Trump administration. No way, the administration did something illegal? I can't even believe it. But that ruling left open the possibility the government could try again to seek charges against Comey, a longtime foe of President Trump. Comey has pleaded not guilty, denied having made false statement, and accused the Justice Department of vindictive prosecution. Also from the Associated Press, the Kremlin praises new U.S. security strategy as Russian strikes kill 4 in Ukraine. This is written by Susie Bland. Russia on Sunday welcomed the Trump administration's new national security strategy. In comments by the Kremlin spokesman published by Russia's TASS news agency, Dmitry Peskov said the updated strategic document was largely in line with Moscow's vision. Shouldn't that bother anybody? Quote, there are statements there against confrontation and in favor of dialogue and building good relations, he said, adding that Russia hopes this would lead to further constructive cooperation with Washington on the Ukrainian settlement. The document released Friday by the White House said the U.S. wants to improve its relationship with Russia after years of Moscow being treated as a global pariah, and that ending the war is a core U.S. interest to reestablish strategic stability with Russia. The spokesman's comments came as Russian missile drone and shelling attacks overnight and Sunday killed at least 4 people in Ukraine after U.S. and Ukrainian officials wrapped up a third day of talks aimed at ending the war. I mean, it's all right there in front of you. It's all right there in front of you. Sometimes I don't know what more we need to learn, or that we need to hear to learn. I just don't get it sometimes. Even though I do this as, part of my living, sometimes I'm just dumbfounded. And the continued lack of outrage and shock and normalization of this regime continues to be something that I I'm dumbfounded by, to be honest. I just don't get it. I just don't. And I don't know. I don't know what to say about it sometimes. Anyway, 7:26, we're 4 minutes away from finishing. Let me just tell you what's going to be coming. We should be with you. I expect that we will be with you next week. Let me just look at the calendar really quickly. The 14th. My plan is to be with you for the next 2 Sundays, the 14th and the 21st. We will not be here the 28th or January 4th, and then back again on the 11th. Our weeknight program, I hope I will have the energy to restart our weeknight program after the new year. No promises, but my hope is that I will be able to do that. So that's the plan, is for us to be with you next Sunday the 14th, the following Sunday the 21st, and then the holidays are upon us. Let me also say to all of you here, especially the newer folks who've come over from the Sound of Coffee, thank you immensely. We simply couldn't do it without you. You know, Thomas goes into some very deep stuff in the mornings about, you know, he gets into some deep stuff. I'm not going to get into that very same deep stuff, but know that his sentiments are my sentiments. We simply could not do this without you. We are, for everybody that watches on Facebook, watches on YouTube, the listeners at GCPR and Hot101.net, we simply couldn't do it without you. We wouldn't be here. If you weren't listening and taking part and paying attention to what it is that we're doing, we wouldn't be doing it. We would be that proverbial tree that falls in the woods. So I want to say thank you, especially to the newer listeners, because I know, you know, Annabelle and Chuckles are not brand new to the program, but newer. So let me say thank you to you, especially to all the coffee beans. I beg you to tell all the rest of the coffee beans to come on over here on Sunday nights and share some time with us. We would be thrilled to have you. And you are welcome here. You're invited here. You're wanted here. You're needed here. And all of the above. So for everyone, let me remind you that the Kennedy Effect is brought to you by Smooth California. Oh, wait a minute now. Hang on a second, folks. After I told you he was busy, I told everybody you were busy. You're muted.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
I told everybody you were busy.
I was trying to get in really fast, and Zoom
before I was over?
Oh, I'm going to do an update. No.
Oh, you did it nice.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I know you wanted to end it at 7:30.
Well, hang on, because here comes just in time. I saw the note in the chat, so I know you've been prompted. Say happy birthday to George, please, and then make whatever point you wanted to make.
That's why I'm drawing it out, so I can say happy birthday to George.
Thank you very much.
Well, I first met about, what is it, like 8 or something years ago at Steve Neal's studio when you were
2017.
Yep,
at Steve Neal's studio.
Not Long Beach, Ventura.
Yep.
And we stayed in touch ever since because we're big sci-fi nerds.
Yep.
And I also wanted to call because I came in at the tail end where you're reading all this, I guess, AP stories or whatever, and depressing days. We're all big Buffalo Bills fans from up there, so I've been like chatting with them, and I looked up and I went, oh, you know,
right.
I'm missing the Kennedy Effect.
Well, that's not a problem. There's always a recording. Just because you're not here live doesn't mean you can't find it. It's always on YouTube and on the Facebook page.
I've got to remember to set an alarm on my phone. I'm going to do that when I go off. But we're pulling for you, and for all the new people that might still be listening, call in. Jeff is very lonely. It's just me and Randall that call up and bug the hell out of him. So other people, call in.
We had a new call. We had a new caller earlier on the show. You missed it.
Well, I'll pick it up. But yeah, everybody called. Donna, why don't you call sometime? Everybody.
Annabelle was on the phone. Annabelle was on the phone with us for almost half an hour.
So keep the faith. Happy birthday again to George, and have a great night. Have a great week.
Thank you, Mike.
You have a good one.
Thank you so much. Take care of yourself, sir. You take care of yourself. Well, yes, actually, we were going to wrap up, sir, and you jumped in just in time.
I'm so sorry that I jumped in. I know you wanted to wrap up at 7:30, and I just wanted to. So.
I'm tired.
I know.
I shouldn't be this tired. I never should be this tired, but I am. We both have colds.
Oh.
We both are sick.
Yeah.
In addition to all the head sickness.
I snowplowed today. So.
What's that?
I snowplowed today. So.
Big fun that must have been.
Oh boy, yeah. Especially on my birthday.
Yeah, well,
doing work on my birthday.
No other way to spend a birthday than do some snow plowing. For everybody at this is the time for me to remind you that the program is brought to you by Smooth California, smoothca.online, smoothca.online. Natural skincare. You can create a healthy skin lifestyle. Smooth California is a family-owned skincare formula whose main purpose is to promote a healthy skincare lifestyle. Smooth California is a healthy alternative to commercial products filled with chemicals and man-made additives that not only do damage to your skin, but to your body as well. Smooth California products are tallow-based, made with 100% natural ingredients, without preservatives or additives. We strive to make your skin stay healthy and smooth. For everyone at Hot 101.net, DJ Lex, DJ Earl, whose birthday it also is today, a very happy birthday to DJ Earl. This is Jeff Kennedy saying we will see you again next Sunday, the 14th from 6 p.m. Eastern. The music returns right now. For those of you at GCPR.live for Thomas and Gilbert and Gambit and Solid Blue and Taz and the entire and the entire GCPR family, thank you so much for tuning in and being part of the program as always. Here's what's coming up on GCPR.live. The Villain's View tonight. Pre-show from around 8:30, 8:45. Show goes live in full throttle from 9 p.m. Conversations with T. Nathan from 11. And Thomas returns tomorrow morning to kick off your broadcast work week with the sound of coffee from 8 a.m. Thank you so much for being part of the program tonight, GCPR. We couldn't do it without you. For everybody at GCPR, I'm Jeff Kennedy. We'll see you again next Sunday. Don't forget, Villain's View from 9, Conversations with T. Nathan from 11, the sound of coffee tomorrow morning from 8. Thank you, GCPR. We'll see you again next Sunday. And for everybody following along on our streaming services, Facebook and YouTube especially, thank you so much, very much, very, very, very much for being here and being part of the program. To Annabelle and Chuckles and the Coffee Beans who decided to be part of the program tonight, thank you very, very much. We couldn't do it without you. Always, always, you are welcome here. Tell the rest of the beans they are welcome here every Sunday from 6 p.m. For George and Lynn and Kristen and Daisy the dog and April Riddick. That's about all the damage we can do for 1 week. I'm Jeff Kennedy. Please take care of yourselves and each other. We will see you next Sunday.